Hey y'all. Hopefully some folks join. It's Sunday, 2 o'clock Central. Beautiful, cold, dreary day here in Dallas. Love it. Love cold and dreary. My favorite weather. So I took the time yesterday to sit through the entire Diddy documentary. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, let's start. Let's start with in the beginning. Diddy's childhood. Dude had a dad who was like a street thug or something. Dad's mom is left to raise him. Like, I got me Christmas. Like, my house is so cozy. I love it. She's like dressing him in chinchilla, a 5-year-old in chinchilla. And he was like clearly one of those like soft boys, which is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a peaceful man. Okay. But apparently she like beat the bejesus out of him. I see that in her. I see that in her. I see child abuse. I called it. Survivor of child abuse. Hello. I when I see him, I know him. When he's 19, he does this like basketball charity thing, right? The glare on my glasses is terrible. Anyhow, he does this like charity basketball thing and totally over promotes it, and twice as many people show up than fit inside the stadium. 9 people are smushed to death. Not only does he use that as like his jumping board because now his name's in the news, his mom is like talking to him about it, and in front of someone he hits her and says, "Shut up, bitch." The never that would never. A 19-year-old hitting his mom and calling her the B word. I didn't even like talk back to my parents until I was 35. Okay. Like, what? What? Okay. So these people die in this terrible basketball stadium incident, right? And not only does he use that as like his jumping point for fame, which is nuts. Like, he is the epitome of no press is bad press. Like, all press is good press. The epitome. Then he goes to work for some music guy, whatever. He finds Jodeci. And he like founds Jodeci under that record label. And myself, I'm not a fan of like that kind of music. I like dance music. If you watch the show, you know I'm a dance music kind of girl. So anyhow, he used that. Then he got Mary J. Blige. Then that record label kicked him off, but they said you can take Biggie with you. Okay. Bro will only hook up with women who are someone he admires woman. Kim was some guy, famous guy's girl. Everyone was someone's girl. Everyone was someone's girl. I have never been happier in my entire years on this planet to not have been thin and cute in the early 2000s. Oh my God. Could you imagine? The Predator. Not just one woman, more than one woman is interviewed and says that she finds out that Diddy assaulted her because he showed a video of it to someone else. And that person told her. There's a whole letter from this Joy victim, her mom, to Diddy's mom, talking about, how did you raise a monster like this? Then, I swear, the only reason this dude has not been Epstein is because he didn't hang out with Bill Clinton. I swear to you. I swear to you. I swear to you. He did not hang out with Bill Clinton. That's the only reason he's still alive. In the same fashion as Young Dirk, Diddy puts $1 million on Tupac's head. And then these guys do it, and then Diddy doesn't pay them. Oh, in the very beginning, he's on the speakerphone on a video yelling at his lawyers. I'm thinking to myself, this is the worst kind of client. I could tell that he's the worst kind of client. The client who thinks they know more than you do about the law. Oh my God. And where's your privilege? There's no privilege now that everyone and their mother saw this. It was recorded on a video. You had tons of people in the room. Privilege is gone. So I heard that Mark Agnifico is really pissed because they made more than one privilege argument in that court. It's not just that he put a hit on Pac. It's not just that he took Biggie from us. It's not just that he literally changed the culture by taking away people with more talent. The jurors get on. And what did I say, y'all? When I went to that trial, I was there the Capricorn Clark Day. You remember that? You were with me? I was there the Capricorn Clark Day. What did I say? The first thing I said, Diddy keeps nodding and shaking his head at these jurors, and it's tripping me out. I don't like it. And I said, I don't know why the judge didn't say anything. I mean, the whole time Capricorn was talking, he's doing yes, no, yes, no. In the 4th episode, the freaking juror says during Capricorn Clark's testimony, Diddy's nodding his head at us. He's shaking his head no at us. I'm shaking my head. He's shaking his head. How cute. So the feds just need to order, copy that record, and present that video, and they might be allowed a new trial. That was jury tampering. They could add jury tampering to the charges. If you remember, it was 3 days later the judge told him to cut that shit out. I was so concerned by it the day I was there. I could not believe that he's making eye contact with them. I mean, it was crazy. And then the juror who I saw in that jury, she's like, oh yeah, we were shaking our head at the same time. Oh my God. If I was Brian Steele, I'd be like, oh my God, all that hard work I did. It just makes me sick, you guys. Watching that documentary was so difficult. It was the 4 longest hours of my life, man. It was just person after person. Okay, one time I watched this documentary about Jay-Z, and it was he just has just stepped on people each, and I watched it and I was like, that's so gross. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get to the top, but I'm gonna do it without stepping on people. I'm gonna do it and bring people up with me, right? Diddy is the epitome of stepping on people. I guarantee you, based off the fact he paid absolutely nobody any money he owed them, he couldn't give his friend $5,000 And he had fucking 9,000 in cash in his little man purse. But he didn't have no $5,000 to lend to his friends so she could deal with this legal issue. Like, what? What? You have 9,000 in cash with you at all times. Okay, Diddy. Guarantee you he did not pay that videographer that was supposed to be following him around. And boy, did he look stressed, man. He was tripping. Oh my God. My favorite part is he's sitting on a couch and he has the absolute audacity to compare himself to Jesus Christ. He says the only one I could be compared with is the Son of God. The lack of self-esteem and confidence coupled with the narcissism is a little confusing to me. So you can only be compared to Jesus, but you literally remove everyone with more talent from you from the face of the earth. Make that make sense. You literally only date other people's side chicks. Make that make sense. Now, I didn't know this. I didn't know Cassie was a side chick and that she was the reason the marriage with Kim ended. See, what happened for me was in the early 2000s, Diddy had this MTV show Making the Band, right? And I was watching that. And he showed his true self. He was a monster to those children. And I was like, ew. And that was it. I never paid attention to Diddy again. Like, never gave him a thought, nothing until this stuff came up, right? He didn't hide this from us. He hid nothing. He showed us who he was at all times. He's a monster. I mean, he has his kids like doing drugs with him in the bathroom, like wildly, manically, frantically talking to PR people. He's yelling at Justin, use your brain, Justin. I'm not using my brain on this one. Like, what? Who is it? Oh my God, y'all. I hate that there are people like this out there. I really do. I hate it. It sucks for all of us. The whole reason he made any money was Ciroc. Like all his money came from Ciroc. Oh, and God, the most victim of all the victims, the guy who co-founded Bad Boy with him, he threatened him, literally duress. Like duress isn't, I don't know if we've talked about this here before, but like duress is really hard to prove, okay? You gotta literally have a weapon and be threatening someone. That's duress. Like just I had no choice because financially that's not duress. Like an actual weapon. Diddy had a GD baseball bat to this dude's head after he had already attacked some music executive. He's like, give me your 25%. Diddy never took Bad Boy in his own name because of the basketball lawsuits. I was overwhelmed by that. I mean, like, whoa. Here's what I think is going to happen. The detective who did the detecting in Vegas, who found was it the Tupac shooter, I think? Yeah. That guy, he's going to go, or his DA has already watched it. Everybody's watching it this weekend. Everybody. Unless you live under a rock, you're watching it this weekend, right? So the DA is going to watch it They're going to call that guy, be like, hold on, what? What'd you find? There is no statute of limitations on murder. None. No statute of limitations. So they have until the day before Diddy dies to indict him. I think probably not this week, but in the coming weeks, probably beginning of next year when we get through Christmas, we're going to see indictments start coming down. There's enough evidence. There is enough evidence. Man, the Danity Kane girl. She learned about what he did to her through an affidavit like 20 years later. That it's so sick. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Dude. But I'm not going to say that it's even not surprising, right? Like, when I saw how he was on Making the Band, I was like, that is the kind of person who does not value other people. Okay. People who value other people's lives and such, they don't treat other people that way. Like, yeah, I can be a real dick. I can pop off. I can get real upset. I have thrown a chair in my office before being so damn mad about a deadline being missed. But I have never treated nobody that way. He doesn't pay anybody. He pays nobody. Little Rod. Oh Lord, Little Rod was compelling. Lil Rod was quite compelling to me. I never heard of the guy before this, right? And then I heard about his suit, but I didn't read his suit. Ooh, his suit was interesting. Oh, and then they had one of the freaking gigolos talking about the freak offs going 4 or 5 days. What kind of adult human being? Hold on. What kind of adult human being under retirement age has 4 days to be doing some shit like that? Like, no one. I don't have 4 days. I have children and a career. I have like responsibilities, a household. 4 whole days. Also, my human body has limitations, okay? I mean, this ish. Now, back when I was young, there was like a cultural understanding, at least amongst women, that if we wanted to be famous, we would have to. I've never been willing to do that. I said I'm not going to be famous. I want to be left alone. I'm a Virgo. Leave me alone. But it was kind of like this. It was like a joke, but it was kind of like an understood thing, right? So in the 90s, when he's doing this, that was very, I hate to say this, but like expected of him, right? Like that's how men behaved at that time. It's only like in the last decade or so that our culture has changed such that those things are truly looked down upon and abhorrent and treated the way they should have been treated all along, right? That didn't stop Diddy. That didn't stop Diddy. And I guess that's because he'll just call some Crips and have them come pew pew you. I don't know, dude. I don't know. The other thing is, this man is such a hoe. Like, he is a whole hoe. He has never even pulled the trigger on his own. You want to end the lives of all these people, but you're so much a pussy you can't do it yourself. That's some New York shit. That's not in Texas. We pull our own triggers. I'm just saying, the dude. There was a great part, and I didn't know this, but this made me love Suge Knight so much. There was like shooting going on, and Suge grabbed Diddy and used him as like a human shield, which is hilarious because Suge is like 4 times the size of Diddy, so it's not like the greatest shield ever. But like Diddy was obsessed with Suge. Like he got on Capricorn Clark for being Suge's baby mama's best friend or something, and he took Suge's Atlanta side chick. The pretty chick says the human shield had me dying. I had me dying too. First of all, that's a worthless ass shield. Suge is a better shield, thank you. That's a very large man. I could hide behind Suge. Suge cannot hide behind Diddy. But he did. He said, no, you'll die. I love Suge Knight now. Like after that, now, okay, East Coast, West Coast war. A lot of us, like older folks, have forgotten. That shit was so real. Okay, that shit was so real. Now, I was in Arizona, so we were West Coast, period. Okay. And so I remember the video wars where Suge was like, yeah, if you don't want your producer dancing and singing on your records, that, and we all knew he was talking about Diddy. We did, we knew. And then and the other thing is, you never heard about no West Coast rapper doing any freak off, have you? No. No, I haven't heard about Dr. Dre doing a freak off. Oh, Sugar the Human Shield. That was Trey funny. Oh, it was I was Suge said, not me. Here, take Diddy. Too bad they missed y'all. Damn, I mean, imagine if we had still had Pac and Biggie in like the early 2000s. Remember when Jay-Z did Big Pimpin'? When was that? Hold on. That to me is when hip hop lost its like credibility. Hold on, big. What year was this? What year does it say? 2000. Okay, so to me, prior to Big Pimpin', hip hop was a way for me as a suburban white girl to learn about what was going on in other parts of my very own country and in other communities within my own country. Things that I would not have otherwise been exposed to, injustices I would not otherwise have been made aware of, right? I was made aware of those through Dr. Dre and Eazy-E and Biggie and Tupac. Like, oh wow, this is some real shit that affects this community, and that's terrible. Good thing someone's telling me about it, right? But then you got this big pimping era where everything then switches. I mean, it was all bitches and hoes, but it all switched to uh I got money, I'm so rich, look at my grill, I'm wealthy, I have hoes, I'm wealthy. And that was not the reality of the places that these people grew up in and were allegedly representing. And to me, that era in rap sucks. I hate that. I hate it. And I imagine that if we had still had Biggie and Pac as we went into the 2000s, maybe we could have had less of that, and maybe we'd have different issues in those communities than we have today. There's issues in every community always, right? But maybe our issues would look a little differently if we still had those amazing talents. Biggie is such, I mean, like, and I know a lot of people love Pac. Unpopular opinion, I don't really. I'll take Biggie over Pac all day, every day, but it was such a shame and such a waste when they were lost. And then to find out specifically they were taken from us by P. Diddy. Like, he made that choice for all of us. I don't like that. I don't like that. We didn't elect him. We didn't vote him in to make choices for us. We didn't do any of that. Like, he just made himself the arbiter of music and musical talent, and I don't appreciate that. Totally just sucks. The dude who co-founded Bad Boy, not only did he steal that man's share under duress and coercion, that man said he did some sexually deviant shit to him. What the fuck? The need for power and control. And I don't even blame the drugs, because they said he didn't start doing the drugs till he slit his wrist one time in a fight with Kim. Okay. That power and control thing was going on way before those drugs hit. Okay. That thing was going on in here for many decades before he started using. We're not going to blame no drugs on that. He's like a psychopath. I mean, that it was so intense. That was like the most intense 4 hours of my life. I feel like that was sitting through that was almost more intense than the bar exam. But maybe I say that because God makes us forget pain. Maybe I don't remember the pain of the bar exam as much anymore, being that it was, 14 years ago. How do I only look 14? Anyhow, that was drama. That was drama. I will never, ever offer to take Curtis Jackson shopping, ever. I am now so afraid to cross 50 Cent. I don't even have any dirt or like skeletons or whatever. I'm like, will he find shit out about me that I don't know? Like, if 50 Cent hates you, he's gonna. I thought I was like really good at being petty. If my son was in the chat, he could be like, yes, mom, you're an Olympian at pettiness, right? Like, I take pride in my ability to be petty. But oh my God, I could take a lesson or two from 50 Cent. How did he, how petty, oh, his, so beautiful. He said, oh, you want to take me shopping? And then just started collecting receipts, y'all. Just collecting receipts. Are we sure he's not a Virgo? Are we sure he's a Cancer? Because, oh my God. Don't nobody ever hook up with any of 50's exes. Okay. Not with none of his baby mama, nothing. Protect yourself, folks. Protect yourself. That man took 9 bullets and didn't die. He is afraid of exactly nothing. Well, I like 50 to go and do some of that research on the Clintons. I'm gonna get 50 to do some research on the Epstein files. That man, it's a good thing he didn't become a detective. Jesus, we'd all be in jail. Wow. Wow. All right. That's it. My computer's about to die. I just wanted to hop on, and I mentioned that I might on Friday. So I said, I'm going to be a woman of my word. Y'all. That was intense. All right, everyone. Let me know what you thought. Your comments, please. If you're not subscribed, do appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. You're amazing. Have the best rest of your Sunday ever. Sadly, we all have to work tomorrow, but we're getting so close to Christmas. I'm gonna hit end stream, but it's gonna be my house is so Christmassy.